What's up, y'all? We'll be riding around in the truck a little bit. Finished my errands, so head back towards the house. And that going on, man. So pull that truck up a little bit more. I'm gonna squeeze through here now. I am a little congested, so bear with me. This is one of our warmer days since the last video I had of us seeing how the snow looked. Ooh. I mean to climb that one. But, so, this is how the snow has been looking. Day is 34. Yeah, that is the highest temperature we've had so far. It's got me sick in the process, so oh well. But a lot of it has melted. A lot of your side roads and stuff are still pretty bad shape. I mean, in town it's not bad, but you know, it can be worse. I'm gonna go back the other way towards the mall here in Southwest Kentucky. I got most of the mall here cleaned up, but pretty bad though. Well, it was pretty bad, I'll put that one. Get around through here. I'm not gonna go in the mall. I don't need anything, nor do I want anything right now. I guess you know I want something, but I don't need anything right now. They don't have, some of this is still a sheet of ice right through here. So, it's not a that gum, yo. Alright, just gonna get out here in front. Ain't nobody coming. Back here on the main road. Yeah, it is 34 degrees here in Southwest Kentucky. I would say it's melted now, so it's not as much as what we had, but I will say that we probably had a couple inches, and then we had about an inch of ice under it, or on top of it, I mean. Oh, excuse me. So, it does make a pretty big difference. But main roads are not bad. It's just the side roads are pretty bad. Which you can still see some of the snow is piled up here on the side of the roads, things like that. It's probably the worst I've seen in a long time. Out here at Tennessee got it pretty bad, but we didn't lose power, so we're pretty good so far. See if I can turn up here. Probably not. May have to wait. Let me know how much snow y'all got. Away. Ooh. There we go. Let's see if we get back over in this lane. You know, I went out and messed with the RC trucks, and I got a lot of the weather, the sinuses and everything, which you know how that is. Y'all know. And I got cough drops, so I usually get the kind of the honey ones. Everybody gets their own flavor, but I like the honey ones. At least that way. I ain't no scientist, or somebody who's a doctor or anything like that, but I do know that honey helps your throat out a lot. Honey from bees is actually very good for you. But we're gonna get back towards the house. Let y'all see a little bit of what my parking lot looks like. Where I'm at. They cleared the parking lot where I'm at and my apartment. It looks better, but it's still a little treacherous here and there. For the most part, I had to put it in four-wheel drive to get out a lot, or either get back in my parking spot so that way I wouldn't hit somebody else's vehicle. I get back, I go head around the house probably. Go my day off. When we get back to the grind. Alright, we're gonna, I know I say this every video, we'll try to make it about 10 minutes long, guys. That way, get some sort of entertainment out of this round content. At least you get to see how the snow's doing and see how the snow in your area is doing. And I know this is pretty dramatic for this town. Of course, in the state of Kentucky, it doesn't take much for us to have any sort of potential snow, and there's no bread and milk. So, but we're in a good thawing out period right now, so that way everything's thawing out. A lot of the back roads are still icy and stuff, so as far as I know, I think schools are pretty much closed the rest of the week. Some of those back roads are pretty rough. I mean, you'll see in a minute. Main roads are not bad, but them back roads are pretty rough. Here in town, they've got it pretty caught up on everything, but that's really about it. Of course, they're getting all this done. Trying to do it at least. Down here. See if the snow is piled up here on the sides. It's crazy, guys. This is, I think what really hurt us is that not the amount bothered us, it was the amount of cold air that stayed up long after it. And I think that's what really slowed down the melting process. Because day's 36, it's the warmest day we've had in probably 4 days at least, maybe 3 or 4 days. It's been high as teens and low as single digits, so it wasn't gonna melt much of any. And I think today is really the only high temperature day. Tomorrow we'll droop back down back into the below freezing anyway. All this is gonna be ice. Are they pulling him or something? No, he is running that slow. Okay. I don't know where he's going one or the other. Yep, pretty much. That gum, it's that Porsche in front of us. Okay, that thing sounds good there. Hope the auto can catch that up. Catch that on there. That's a Porsche. At least it's simple one it is. I don't know what the back of it says. They got this turn lane right here cleaned off. It wasn't cleaned off yesterday. Well, they getting it. That little subdivision there, yep, some of it cleaned off, not too bad. Most of it at least. Working on a school, I think is what that is. But yep, I'm gonna sign off here, y'all, and I'll go to the house and rest up because I work all weekend trying to get this sickness away. So turn in there so y'all can at least see my parking lot of the apartment where I'm at. But that way, some of it's because they did take a skid steer to it and get some of it off. Path of it at least, but it's still pretty rough. So get in here and see they piled most of it up here. So that's what it looks like, y'all. All right, and I'll see y'all later.